welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. Okay, we're going to do this pretty quick. I'm finishing out these base cards, and trying to get them revealed has been slow, or it feels slow. I feel like I've lost everybody, or a lot of y'all. So let's go through this quickly. We've gone through about all of my first 35 or so, and then for my second file, we've gone through Decepticon Crypts, through about Galvatron's ship, and even the gas station. But we're going to start at the gas station and end with Insanity. So, and this is going to finish, this is going to be this video. We're going to go through about 14 cards, base cards. Let's go. Okay, so gas station. Come on, gas station is a white green pip. Of course, they all have green on them. Only trucks have the green on this one, so only trucks can get it on the swap. Start a turn, repair 1 to each car, motorcycle, tank, and truck. So this is a nice repair card for at the start of turn. If your opponent's playing something similar, they're in those modes, they're in their alt modes, boom, yeah, they can get repair off of this too, unfortunately. Each truck has bold 2. Great for if you're doing like all Optimus decks or Ironhide decks, or an all truck deck. Characters can't flip to spaceship alt modes. Grandstand is an Autobot faction card that is white and green. Green for only Autobots. Only Autobots get it on the flip. Each Autobot in the battlefield has bold 1 and tough 1 for battle. If you remember, Grandstand was originally all Autobots had bold 3 and tough 3. No longer. It's just bold 1 and tough 1. Decepticon upgrades can't be played by either player. There's that. Griffon Rock base. I think we've looked at this once before. Black and green. Rescue Patrol can only get this on the flip. So each Rescue Patrol has Pierce 2 until end of turn. Simple card for a simple team. Probably played by simple players, or even some of the Rescue Patrol characters that I've made using the Rescue Bots characters as well. So there is that. For what it is a common. Hall of Elders. We have an Autobot version. We have an Decepticon version. Hall of Elders is interesting. It is white-green. The leaders can only get this on the swap. I don't know what this area really is called, but I called it the Hall of Elders. This is an image from Cyberverse. Each Autobot leader has Pierce 1 for each character on the battlefield in bot mode. So yeah, this is what I was going to do with the Detroit Interstate about all cars, except now this is all bots, and it's all bots on the field. So definitely heavy hitting Pierce if you're, and I didn't change this one. So they have an Autobot leader. They're going to get more Pierce also, as well as you can get more Pierce off of this as well. But again, Pierce cannot be more than your attack. Each Decepticon has Safeguard 3 when undamaged. So yeah, if they are playing Decepticons, and yeah, you are playing Autobots, and your leader is going into one of their Decepticons, and let's say they went first, you went second, you happen to have played this as your 1 card for turn, yeah, which would be kind of stupid, because of all that Pierce, you're only going to be able to get 3 into them, because the Decepticon has Safeguard 3 because they haven't been hit yet, and you know, so definitely easy strategy to work around. Holomap. Orange, green leaders again can get this on the flip. While a player has a leader equipped with a weapon, armor, and a utility. Each character the player controls has focus 1 and tough 1 for battle. So of course the focus goes both ways, whether you're attacking or defending. Tough is only defense. So, but you're going to have to get fill up your leader with a weapon, fill up all their upgrade slots to be able to get the Holomap working. So you might want to work on this. Would be great for if you're only having 1 or 2 cards and you're not using a space bridge for 3, to be able to work up on on getting your leader decked out. Let's say they haven't gone yet, or they're the last in your team, depending on how wide you are. Get them decked out with the upgrades. Be able to get the Holomap in play, and I don't, there's some strategy here. I think this isn't too bad. Be able to get extra focus and extra tough one if you can get it to stay in the field. Honorable battlefield. Orange green beasts can get this on the flip. Each character on a 3-wide team, so you can only use this for a 3-wide team. Each character on a 3-wide team in bot mode has tough 2 until end of battle. So yeah, this is a defensive base card that's going to be hard to use. When this card is scrapped, each player may put 2 counters on one of their upgrades. So if you're using some of the anything that's using counters on upgrades, whether it's mine or anyone else's or Bayformers, I think Bayformers now. I was looking at cards online. I think they've actually separated from ATP. They have a lot of their stuff still archived with their conglomeration and helping cooperation with ATP. So there's a lot of good stuff there. If you haven't been following Bayformers as well on a lot of their cards. 3-wide team, be able to getting a tough 2 until end of battle. When this card is scrapped, each player may put 2 counters on one of their upgrades. So if you're playing something like my relics, you're going to be able to get counters on them. When it's simply scrapped, and if your opponent is doing the same thing, or they can have counters or whatever, then yeah, they can do the same thing. They don't have to. It is a shucks. There's 2 periods in here. You don't have to, but you can. Human distraction, black green. Decepticons can get this on the flip. When a character defends, reduce the attacker's pierce by 3. I have tried this in a deck, and I found myself not using it. But because it affects both players. So if you are trying to use some pierce, you're only going to be able to get a max of pierce 3. But if your attack is more than your pierce, then you're good, because then pierce doesn't factor. So, something to think about. A human inspiration is not exactly the opposite, but it is white-green. We've seen this before, both of these before. Each Autobot leader has brave for battle. So it's like not having to use upgrades to be able to get stealth or brave. You can use it through a battle card. Use different battle cards that used to give stealth and brave more permanently, or temp perm, so to speak. Gosh, I'm talking my work jargon now. So your leader is going to be able to get brave. Decepticon upgrades cannot be played by either player. Simple. Non-faction. And we have the Hydro Energon Collector, which is going to be more of a defensive base card again. But again, it's going to help with a couple of things. So it's orange-green. I can say that and not be colorblind about it. Or color word. I don't know what you call it. Each Decepticon has tough 1 for battle. So this is a little more of a defensive card. After a Decepticon defends, the owner may put a counter on one of their upgrades. So this is going to help your opponent. It could help you getting counters on those upgrades. I really felt like this was needed, to be able to have base cards to help get upgrades on relics or upgrades in general. I can see the card. Depth charges, torpedo launcher. The torpedo launcher can utilize upgrades. The big hammer, etc., to be able to get more bold and pierce and all this, or whatever. Even the phase shifter. So neat things you can do here with base cards on top of just normal battle cards that have also helped create with that counter system that is just now universally counter. Nothing very specific. So but not counters on stratagems, not counters on characters, but counters on upgrades. Scraplets can't be played by either player. So again, after a Decepticon defends, if your opponent can utilize this, if they are playing Decepticons and they have upgrades with counters, one of their Decepticons defends, they may put a counter on one of their upgrades. Does it mean the upgrade on the Decepticon? No, it means any upgrade on their upgrades, not the Decepticon that defended, but a Decepticon has to defend in order to be able to get a counter on their upgrade. Think of what we're looking at here, the Hydro Energon Collector. It's what the Autobots were surfing into on their magically created surfboards. Big enough for them to... anyway, Iacon Past, orange, green, melee. So each Autobot in alt mode has bold 2 until end of battle. So this is going to give you a reason to attack in alt mode, not just in bot mode, where they normally have bigger attacks in bot mode. So keeping them in alt mode, you can get bold 2. Each Decepticon Seeker and Plane has Pierce 2. So you're not just helping Autobots, you are helping Decepticons. So if you have a mixed team, this can help you both ways. Confidence can't be played by either player, which is a simple card. I mean, I could have made this like a whole faction thing because it is a faction card, but I'm like, no, I already got cards that, where you can't play Fusion Bore, or you can't play Crowbar, or you can't play this, or you can't play your Scraplets or whatever. So this is going to help prevent playing Confidence. Of course, if you are having a mixed team, you won't be able to play Confidence anyway and get its full use. I mean, you'll be able to draw 2, I guess. It's good draw power. But you might as well have Pep Talk. But Pep Talk is blue, but you're wanting more bold here. This is a hybrid faction card as a result of helping both factions. So this would be great for just a simple Autobot team. Okay, Iacon, blue-green. Only Autobots can get this on the flip, and this is an Autobot faction card. Each Autobot has bold 2 until end of battle, so it doesn't matter if they're in alt or bot mode, but Autobots have bold 2. Decepticon battle cards cannot be played by either player. Enigmas can't be played by either player, so that means you too. But this is Iacon is going to help prevent. Decepticon battle cards anyway can't be played. So, it goes to say, do I need to have the Enigma on here? On here anyway? No, I could probably just take it off because it would still be the same thing. Because the Stunticon Enigma, the Predacon Enigma, the Combaticon Enigma, which are almost all homemade, those are faction cards. They can't be played anyway. So yeah, anything that says Decepticon battle cards cannot be played, let's just take this off. So I'm gonna have to redo Iacon. Not a big deal. Icebox Cannon. This is the cannon from Beast Wars that they got. They were looking at their map, they didn't predict, and it really was just a true accident. But Optimus made it out like Rat Trap was a traitor to him when he wasn't. It was just all kind of a ruse, but you look at a map, you don't see the relief or whatever. And with their technology, anyway, blue-green. Each plane and helicopter has Pierce 2 until end of turn. Helicopters and planes, each beast, car, and truck has -1 tough for battle. So if you're playing planes and helicopters, you might want this just to be able to get the Pierce. Getting negative tough for beast, cars, and trucks is just a plus. So a character cannot have tough under 0. Non-faction, nothing big on the swap here. In the Matrix, white and green. Only Autobots can get this on the flip, but you can still draw it. While a leader has the Matrix of Leadership equipped, the player's other characters each has tough 2 for battle. So not only now, if you're able to pull in the Matrix or get it on the swap and you get it played, this is more of a defensive card. But while the Matrix of Leadership is already going to buff all your other characters, all your other Autobots on your team, +1 to attack and Pierce 1, which is again very incremental. if you can keep this on the flip with maybe a hold the bridge or whatever, you're going to be able to get the tough 2 through all your players' other characters. So not the one holding the leader, the matrix, but all the other characters are going to be able to get tough 2 because of this setup. It shouldn't be that hard, but there's that in the matrix. And the last is an hybrid pip, white, black. So you can play this either way. Only leaders can get this on the flip. All faction cards cannot be played by either player. So if you are playing in the casual setting and people are playing Quintesson, Autobot, mercenary cards, whatever, they can't be played. None of the faction cards can be played. Your Noble Blasters, your Terrifying Resilience, all these cards, the Enigmas, none of them can be played. Insanity, right? So that one is very simple. That one is very simple, and I kept it simple. So we went over more than a dozen cards, about 16 minutes. I think that's pretty good. Next time we're going to go through a whole lot more, hopefully even quicker. We'll see you next time. If you like what you see here, hit the like button, throw some scraplets at that like button. We'll see you next time. And as always, Autobots, flip out, let's roll.